Way back in yesteryear, 1994 to be exact, a very ambitious Todd McFarlane founded his own toy company, dubbed Todd Toys, which was changed to McFarlane Toys due to Mattel's request, for Barbie's younger brother was also named Todd. McFarlane Toys began with Todd's own creation, Spawn, which climbed up to be one of the most popular comics and toys of the 1990s. Even though McFarlane Toys was praised for their ultra-detailed figurines, there was a time where they were still action figures, being more articulated and strangely aimed more towards children. This is where we begin Spawn's history, with Series 1. Todd McFarlane's Spawn Series 1 consists of 6 figures: Spawn 1, Medieval Spawn, Clown, Tremor, Overkill, and the Violator. These 6 are the main figures in the series, but there are many other variants that die-hard fans can't live without. The most popular variant is Hamburger Head Spawn. He features the same sculpt as Spawn 1, except now he shows his true face. The other variants include repaints of Tremor, Violator, Spawn, and Overkill. Spawn Series 1 is packaged in a clamshell format. Every figure came with a comic book based on the character that you purchased. The packaging gave the toys a very sophisticated look that would later be replaced with a card-based package. The articulation on these figures were pretty good for 1994. Spawn himself had a swivel head, swivel arms, bendable at the knees, and movable legs. He was obviously an action figure. One of his coolest things that he came with was his cape. It was able to fold and cover him up, in a sense. The accessories he came with was a nice piece of wood with a nail attached to it, chains that went around his neck to hold himself on his cape, and chains around his waist that he could detach and put around his enemies. His cape is also removable. Just by detaching this small piece here with 2 skulls and the chain, you were able to take off the cape and have your Spawn figure free roaming, seeing the nice detail and the nice sculpt. Medieval Spawn carried the same body sculpt as Spawn 1. The hands are the same. The head sculpt is different, and he does have some added shoulder pads here, as well as some sculpted spikes on the legs, and on the hands, and of course a different paint job. He comes with a nice shield that holds the Spawn logo, with very nicely done blades. He also comes with a sword that is also very nicely detailed. Medieval Spawn comes with a removable cape that you are able to take off whenever you want. His articulation is exactly the same as the other Spawn, so it would make sense because they are both Spawn characters and they are both Hellspawns. Tremor is a bit less articulated. He does have swivel arms so they can go around, and he also has a swivel head, and he also bends at the legs, but not very well. But one of his cool gimmicks is he can punch by pressing this button, and it does go pretty far. It's on a spring-loaded device, which also carries very nice detail. Clown is one of the old-school 1990s action figures that you are able to move their hand upwards and have their face switch by having their chest open up and change their face. Just by easily moving the head backwards, he forms a semi-formed Violator head. And you just easily pull back, and the head comes back. And there you go. He does have very nicely added hair, and his face sculpt is beautifully done. He does come with a giant chicken chicken leg, because he does enjoy his fried food, because he is fat and he is a clown. Overkill is probably the least favorite of the series to me. He does have swivel arms, so his arms do go up and down, and he does have legs, his swivel legs. But that's it. He does come with this giant street sign that you can remove, just like so. And his gimmick on his back here, his head is able to come off and pop out like this. And last but not least, we have the Violator. The Violator is a bendy figure. He does have an action feature in his mouth that allows him to open and close his giant mouth. He can also bend however you want him to. He's very bendable. His arms can bend any way you'd like him to. Like so. And his mouth does open up and down. The detail is okay, but it could be improved. And it does improve in a later Spawn series.
Because of the success of Spawn Series 1, McFarlane Toys expanded their properties, such as Wetworks, Young Blood, Metal Gear Solid, and the universally praised Movie Maniacs line. Without Spawn, these lines may have never seen the light of day. And even though Spawn is long gone in his plastic form, there is no doubt that he was the king of action figures.